Good morning, students. So yesterday we looked over the present tense and its four classification and the rules through which we actually transform the present tense into four classifications. Now today, as you can see it in the screen, we are going to see the past tense. Now, as the word denotes and as you all are familiar with the tense, we basically talk about an action which happened in the past or which had been completed in the past. So, without any further delay, let's look into the first form of past tense, that is simple past tense. Now, as you can see it in the screen, for affirmative sentence, the simple rule is subject plus second form of verb. Now here what you have to notice here is in any form of subject, that whether it is singular or is it plural, in any form of the subject we always use the second form of verb. There is no bifurcation of singular or plural subject as we did it in simple present. Whereas in negative sentences of simple past tense, with any form of subject, we use the negative word didn't or did not with the first form of verb. Remember, in positive sentence of simple past tense, we use the second form of verb, whereas in negative form of simple past tense, we use the first form of verb with the negative word didn't. For example, as you can see, I bought a car. Now, bought is the second form of verb. Now, the same sentence is transformed into negative form by writing it as I didn't buy a car. Now, bought has changed into buy when we are changing it in negative sentence, as we said it in the rule itself that we use the first form of verb. Now, if we change the simple past into questionnaire form or in an interrogative form, then how we write it? Did plus subject plus first form of verb, or any question word plus did plus subject plus first form of verb. It will be more clear by the examples. Now, as you can see it in the screen, the first example, Ryan studied hard all year. Now, as you can notice here, the second form of verb studied is used to denote that this particular sentence has happened in the past. Now, the second sentence, we saw the Eiffel Tower. Again, the second form of see is used, that is saw, to denote that the action has been happened in the past. Now, if we transform this sentence into negative, then how we change it? Did we see the Eiffel Tower? Saw will be changed into first form of verb, that is, did we see the Eiffel Tower? And if we are changing the same sentence into interrogative, then how do we write? It will be, did we see the Eiffel Tower? Did we see the Eiffel Tower? Or if we are using any question word, then we will write it as, when did we see the Eiffel Tower? I hope this is clear to you. Then in the same way, the other examples is also shown, that is, last year I traveled to London. The police didn't find any clues. Focus here, children. The verb is written in first form, find. Next, did she work yesterday? Again, the verb is written in first form. Why did she work yesterday? Okay. Again, the questionnaire word, and after that, the past word, that is did, then the subject and the verb, the first form of verb. Okay. I hope this much is clear to you. Now let's look into the next form of past tense, that is past continuous tense. Now basically this particular tense is used for those actions which has happened sometime in the past. Okay, the action which happened in the past, or an action which was happening in the past. Now let's look into the difference or in the form of sentences when we actually change a particular sentence into past continuous form. So let's look into the first one, that is affirmative sentence or positive form. The rule is subject plus was word plus verb with ing. Now here again there is a bifurcation of subject, that is if the subject is I, he, she, it, that is the singular subject, then it will go with the past form was with the verb ing. And if the subject is in plural form, then the plural subject will go with the past word were, and again it will go with the verb ing. And in the same way, if it is in negative form, if we are transforming the past positive continuous tense into past negative continuous, then we will change the same with the word not. Okay, there is no further changes over here other than the word not. When we are changing affirmative into negative past continuous tense, then we just add the word not with the past form. Then if we are doing it in interrogative form, then how do we write? We use the past form was, were plus subject plus verb with ing. For example, was she starting to cook, or were they sleeping? Okay, as you can see the example that is just given below. So such is the way that you have to transform the sentence. It will be more clear when you see the examples of it. I have given 3 examples for each of the sentences, such as for affirmative, I was playing. And when we change the affirmative past continuous tense into negative, we just need to add the word not. I wasn't playing or I was not playing. And if we are changing the same sentence into past continuous interrogative form, then we write it as was I playing. Or if we are adding the question word, then how do we write it? Why was I playing? I hope this much is clear to you.